Karl Marx is the king of killing capitalism. And today I'm going to talk about his theory about alienation. And not to be dramatic, I'm also going to show you how capitalism is ruining our lives. What's good, everybody? My name's Lawrence, and this is my channel, Larry the Sociologist. Every single Monday, I give social and political commentary videos. So if that's something you're into, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content every Monday. To understand Karl Marx's work Alienation, first you have to understand the two categories of people that capitalism creates. There are the bourgeoisie, bourgeoisie? Either way, it's the bourgeoisie people. This is a term from 17th century France, and it basically means the people that own the product and the people that reap most of the benefit or the profit from said product. Even though today we use the term bougie a little bit different than they did back in the day.
My bitch is bad and bougie, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
And the other category of people are proletarians, also known as workers. These are people that don't have the means to produce their own product or create and distribute their own product, so they sell their labor in order to make money. And as a quick side note, Karl Marx believed that the proletarians would eventually rise up and overthrow the bourgeoisie class and create a new economic system. And I don't know where he thought this was gonna happen, but I promise it wasn't 21st century America. Empirically, we're the laziest developed country on the face of the earth. Karl Marx believed in something called species essence, which essentially means the work we do is connected to who we are. In a sense, it defines us and it allows us to express our humanity. And this is something that I personally don't disagree with. It's very common for people's passions to drive them into any career field that they go into. The problem with species essence, though, is the fact that we live in a capitalist society. And in a capitalist society, workers experience alienation. Alienation is a condition in which an individual is isolated from their self, from society, and from the work that they do. To give an example, let's say we have a friend named Chris. Chris loves technology, so he applied and got a job to work at Apple, where he'll work on an assembly line creating iPhones. Chris adds the M1 chip into iPhones, and the machines do the rest of the work. This should be a process that we're familiar with because many of us are like Chris. Many of us work to create a product that we do not own for a consumer to buy and maximize profit. Profits, of course, that Chris will very likely see a small fraction of, as opposed to the capitalist owners who do not work, but who see a very, very, very substantial amount of said profit. And for this example, it would be like Apple's board of directors. The laborer often gets the short end of the stick because it's very likely that the wages they make will not afford them the item, the very product that they're creating. But wait, there's more. You remember our friend Chris? Well, friend is apparently a loose word because it's very likely that Chris will be alienated from his fellow workers. Because the laborer has their vision and purpose reduced to a wage, it's very likely and very logical that they would become then alienated or estranged from the people that are working right beside them. Capitalism puts people in competition, and therefore everybody only looks out for themselves. Laborers often compete with each other for higher wages, which, by the way, are about 200% less than the capitalist owners. They also compete for things like better hours, better benefits, and anything else that works out for their own good. And they do not look out for the collective of people because that comes at a price people aren't willing to pay. Collaboration and common good go out the window with capitalism because capitalism creates a scenario in which it's either you or me. And of all these negatives, of all these issues and problems that capitalism brings along, the biggest problem is that our friend Chris is very likely to be alienated from himself. Creativity is empirically proven to be part of human nature, and for at least 40 hours a week, Chris doesn't create a damn thing. He's just in an assembly line. In this situation, Chris is living to work rather than allowing work to be an extension of his being. Chris finds himself in a position to not be in control of his life because 60% of his life is focused on working. Chris is basically And with all that being said, my friends, I hope you can now understand my never ceasing, absolute hatred of everything capitalism. And if you got to the end of this video and you still don't hate capitalism like I do, that's fine. We don't have to agree. I mean, you're wrong for sure, but we don't have to agree. One fact that remains irrefutable though is that capitalism and this work to survive mentality is not sustainable for our health, for our happiness, and for our long-term well-being. That's it for this week though, everybody. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed the content and subscribe to my channel because every single Monday I drop new videos right here on Larry the Sociologist.